So this is the demo of Stake Unlimited application, and in particular integration with crypto on-ramp and off-ramp provider. So to begin with, we see a login screen that we can use to log into application with our email or with sign-in buttons like Google, Twitter, Apple, etc. And let's start with just email. So I'll just go and create a fake email for me to be able to create a new user here. So I'm just entering email. Then I should get a code here to be able to authorize. So now my user is being created, nothing else is needed, and you're good to go. So your data is now stored into the database, and you, after that short moment, you can see the home screen of the application. So here you can see that there is no transactions yet, and deposit and withdraw buttons. So basically, to do a deposit, you click a deposit button, and here are two flows. Basically, the first flow is that when you enter any amount less than 700 euros for the first deposit, you can do this without verifying your identity. That is more fast and convenient to do. So let's follow this flow initially. So it will ask you to only enter some of your details like first name, last name, birth of date, and your country. But yeah, this is just needed to generate a bank account for you. So let's say I'm Oliver Twist, and the date doesn't matter. And country, let's say some European countries, so that's Estonia, for example. So now the data is being checked and everything is good, it's stored. After that, shortly, we will be able to start generating the bank account. So now we can see that the bank account is generating for us, after which we can just see the bank account. So here we go. The beneficiary here is you yourself, so it's Oliver Twist in this case. That is me, and IBAN and big code is generated for you, so you just do a normal IBAN euro transfer from yourself to yourself to top up your funds here. So as right now we're in the sandbox environment, I won't be able to do this on this bank credential, so I'll just simulate the transaction. So the transaction is completed, let's say, and now let's go and simulate that. So I'm going to the crypto on-ramp off-ramp provider API interface, and I'm going just to simulate the transaction from fiat to crypto. Here I'll need a few things. I'll need a session ID here. I'll need an account ID that was generated, and I need a value that I'll be sending. So for value, it's 100 euros. For the session ID, let's just go to the database and see what is the last session ID that was created. So this session ID should be it. And then the bank account is also the last that was created right now. And it should be this bank account. So just entering here and setting a fake transaction of 100 euros to this newly created bank account. Okay, we're good. So now in a short moment, we should see that the transaction actually took place and started processing. So we should see it appearing here in the transaction list. Okay, here we go. So we can see that it's currently awaiting, and it's of amount 100 euros. The dollar amount that will be the underlying amount of the transaction is not yet there because there was not yet made any crypto transaction. So let's just wait here for some moment for it to pull the dollar amount. Okay, so now we can see that the dollar amount is here, meaning that the crypto transaction was already issued, and the transaction should be completed pretty soon when the crypto transaction is just confirmed in the blockchain. Okay, so here we go. Now the deposit is completed. We can see the dollar amount here, the euro amount that was used to make a transaction initially, and we can also like see some details here, like the deposit date, status from external bank to main wallet, and we can also open this in the block explorer. If we open this up, we can see 38 seconds ago the transaction was made, and someone transferred to our wallet that was generated for us. So that's our user wallet actually. 107.7 US dollars in stable coins. That's what we can see just here. So this is the deposit flow, the first type. The second time of the deposit that the user will do, the system will ask the user to complete the know your customer procedure, so to verify the identity. Let's say this deposit will be of 200 euros. So now the system will make some checks and realize that the user will have to pass the know your client procedure. So here we go. It asks us about our address. So again, we are from Estonia, our city, Tallinn, but doesn't matter. Address, some address here, some postal code here, source of funds, salary, and next. Now the data has been submitted, and the KYC process is about to be started. So, okay, here we go. So I'm resident of other. Again, it's all in the sandbox environment, so the data doesn't have to be correct. And for simplicity, I'll just choose driving license and submit some prepared driving license that is of public domain, just sample driving license. In real life, it will have to be your real, obviously, identity documents. And now the selfie has to be done. So, okay. Okay, so now the data was submitted, the selfie was automatically verified. Here you go, and other like applicant data and identity document was not yet verified. In real life, again, this was will be verified manually. Right now, we will just simulate the KYC status. So I'll just go here and just make this user a full user, meaning that this user will be automatically verified. So let's go back, and now we should see that the user is verified. Okay, so now the bank account is generated for us one more time. Actually, it's the same bank account, and now we can use this to deposit any amount of funds. As the KYC is done, we can even like exit this screen, go back in, and let's say 1,000 euros, doesn't matter. Now we just will see the same bank account any single time, and the KYC or other checks are not needed at this moment. So it was like super quick, and this the full we did twice the user verification process. The first one was just like super basic, and the second one was also basic, but that was enough for us to now have the fully verified user here in the Stake Unlimited application. So yeah, the deposit will look the same. We won't do it anymore. So now as for withdrawal, we basically click the withdraw button. We see also the same input field. Let's say it's 100 euros again. Withdraw, processing your request. Now it asks you to set up destination bank account. So now we'll have to enter your bank account to which the funds will be withdrawn to. So let's just go to the website to generate a random IBAN for the same country. So this would be Estonia. So let me just copy this IBAN, paste it in here. Hopefully the system will accept it and we could proceed further. Okay, so yeah, now in the real live application, when it's not in the sandbox, the funds will be sent automatically to the crypto address and then the whole process will begin. Right now, there is no blockchain integration here with DeFi that will be here. So we'll have to simulate the transaction. For that, basically, the partner that makes off-ramp here, they expect us to send funds to the crypto address. That's what we do. So we'll just go and get this crypto address, user wallet, for Polygon chain, that's on where we are now. And then we'll send some tokens there. So this is the address. It should be empty right now because it was never used. No token transfer here. But basically, again, whatever will be sent here in stable coins, so in US dollars in this case, will be automatically withdrawn for the account that we've just set up here, this bank account. So whatever comes here goes out to this account. So what we'll do right now is that I will use just my MetaMask, copy this address, and simulate this transaction. So I'm just going to tokens. Here I have some of these fake USDC, so fake stable coins. Let's say 150 USDC. Next. Send. Now, when the transaction is done, okay, it's done now, it will appear here in the transaction list. So we'll see that there is a transaction to this address. So let's just wait for that for some time. Okay, so here we go. So 150 US dollars are coming to this account. Now the partner will listen for this event and submit a withdrawal transaction. Yeah, here we go. So it automatically triggered the withdrawal activity from this address, and now we'll have to wait for some time for the transaction to finalize. So the balance is pulled from the blockchain, meaning that now we have the transaction of 133 euros coming, and now it's completed. So the whole process is completed, and we should have in the real scenario these funds already in our bank account. Right now we can just check in the Block Explorer that indeed 3 minutes ago the transaction happened, and if we just go back to our wallet here where we've deposited 150 US dollars and refresh the page, we'll see that there is a transaction that withdraws these funds 1 minute ago, and this transaction is basically meaning that the partner have taken our funds and they've converted this to euros and issued these euros to our bank account, and we should have this amount, 133 euros, 37 euros in our bank account. So that's pretty much it. That's how it works. And yeah.